Hi everybody, this is Andrea Dumbecki and this is Angel Life Makeover. You could reach me at angelfairyhealing.com. Here in the Midwest, USA, we're having a great summer and I wanted to check in with all of you and bring in some healing messages today from Archangel Raphael. We have lots of new fun things going on. I just recorded the Diamond Angels class that's available on my website. I also released a few new sessions, including a Goddess Soul Retrieval, Angel Abundance Mindset Coaching, Twin Flame Reunion, and Angelic Womb Healing. These 4 new sessions are now offered at an introductory rate and are available in my online store. I am also available for mentoring. I offer Angelic Soul Mentoring. This is a great thing to sign up for if you feel like you need extra help with understanding your spiritual gifts, if you're going through a lot of change or trauma and you need a lot of healing. I like to offer that deep one-on-one session work, and I do that in 1 month to 6 month containers where I stay very connected to you and you get the full range of my healing skills and support. And it also includes classes, so you can access my class library. Interested in any classes, sessions, or mentoring, please email me at andrea@angelfairyhealing.com or check out more information on my website. You can find more healing videos on YouTube, TikTok. I'm also on Instagram and Pinterest. I also run a free Facebook group called Angel Fairy Healing with Andrea Dumbecki, where I pretty much show up daily with energy reports, angel channelings, all kinds of fun stuff. We have a great community in there. So that brings us to today's topic. I just want to take a moment to help everybody to release their mind and connect with their heart as we connect with the energy of Archangel Raphael today. So today's topic is the healing wisdom of Archangel Raphael. So I was doing some plant spirit medicine. I'm really into herbs and, making infusions and different things lately. And I was doing a meditation class on this type of stuff. And I kept seeing the green ray, the emerald ray, the healing power of nature. And Archangel Raphael was coming in and really slowing it down and showing us where we loop in the recreation of our own suffering, of negative ideas. And he was really coming in with what he calls like an enlightened level of consciousness when it comes to health belief systems, our relationship with our body, our ways of healing ourselves, understanding ourselves, our ways of caring for ourselves. And that includes our intuition, right? Because everyone's body is different, everybody's mind is different, and we all heal in different ways. I found it invaluable to understand that and understand the intuitive wisdom of that. And from that place of guidance, you can choose correct treatments that are good for your being, because we are all different. So as I start to call in Archangel Raphael, we want to work with his transcendent consciousness. He keeps calling it transcendent consciousness. And what I think it is rising above the belief systems, the indoctrination, anything that's not of the light, of the truth, has an agenda, and into this new soul intuition knowledge of health and well-being, the divine blueprint, the way we're meant to be, the bliss of body, mind, and spirit, and really journeying with Archangel Raphael, calling in his wisdom, calling in his guidance. We can work in his temples, on his realm. We can call him in as a guardian to guide us to what we need. Now, many of us are energy healers. We're into different things. So what do we do with that, though? Sometimes there's 30 things to choose from. That's where the intuition comes in. That's where working with Archangel Raphael comes in, and he might, put a glowing light around the book that you need, or the healer that you need to go to, or the vitamin, or whatever you need, just bringing in that intuitive awareness of what's needed for your health. And there's different aspects of that. Sustaining health, healing an ailment, and then working deeper on the ancestral belief systems, the soul belief systems, the karmic belief systems about health. Now, my husband and I are body workers. He's a massage therapist. I've studied all types of body work. I don't do that as much professionally. It's mostly for myself and my family, but I'm very passionate about it. I take yoga teacher training. I learn all types of meridian things, acupressure, all of that stuff, because I've always had issues with not feeling right in my body. And I remember when it started, like when I was almost like a tween, I would feel like my head was disconnected from my body, or I'd feel like my head was on backwards, or my lower body was cut off almost. And then I started to get into Brian Weiss's teachings about past life healing and body trauma. And then I started to dig and look at all this trauma I had or was holding about death pictures from my body, or maybe, getting killed, persecuted. And then I went further. Was it even mine, or was it something I was healing in the collective? And why was I doing that? Well, I've contracted to do that. So how do I bring grace to that? I study yoga. I study, acupressure. I study all kinds of therapies, polarity, igusku, all these things that are about body, mind, spirit connection. I'm really into Qigong. I got into Qigong at a young age. It was like the only thing that made me feel grounded. Same thing with yoga. I started to do it as a teenager. And then I started to feel like I couldn't go by too many days without doing these things. Otherwise, I would almost like fly out of my body and feel all cockeyed, like my energy was going different directions. Oh, the other thing I was into was Feldenkrais, another type of mind-body awareness. So I'm passionate about all these things. Pilates too, strength training, understanding all these ways where we can harmonize with our body. Now, the reason I tell you this story is because we can pity ourselves, right? If we're born sickly, if we have issues, if we're suffering in our body. But Archangel Raphael asks you to look deeper. How is this fueling your purpose, and are you in alignment? Some of us that are healers have issues, and it makes us seek help, and then we keep seeking help, and we keep learning, and we keep doing things, and that creates a healing master out of us, right? We've studied healing for 30 years, so we know so much. Maybe we're not 100% perfect in our bodies. I know I'm not, but I'm manageable without invasive things. I can sustain things. I can support my body in holistic ways. So I bring this up because this is a paradigm shift, right? We're seeing the crumbling, the corruption of big farm. We're looking at the way natural therapies have been oppressed. We're looking at, why can't we solve these issues as humans? Why are we looping in, years and years of trying to look for solutions to certain things? It seems like certain things have been veiled or corrupted. And so as we bring Archangel Raphael's consciousness to the planet, we ask for that rising above the fear of death, sickness, old age, suffering in our bodies, feeling disconnected from our bodies, feeling hopeless, feeling like we don't have the power to heal ourselves or understand ourselves. So we want to just bring all that up and clear it, and then bring in the higher dimensional aspects of spiritual wisdom, intuition, protection. And simple ways you can do this is just pray a lot for protection when making choices about your health and, the things that you would like to do, and the support that you need, whether that's mainstream medicine, holistic medicine, spiritual healing, because remember, everyone is different and your body knows what you need. So I want to do a little more healing energy meditation with Archangel Raphael to bring in his green healing light. We can work with his shapes of healing, his stars of healing. If you feel like you need healing or you're in a healing path, or whether that's physical, emotional, spiritual, we can call on a star of his healing, as many points as you like, and put yourself in that beautiful crystalline star of energy. And that's a support for you. Sometimes I see like an 18-sided star that I'm in, and I'm very small in the middle of this star. And it's a star of energy, like a cocoon of energy, like it goes over your aura. But it's instilled with Archangel Raphael's transcendent healing energy, his crystalline healing energy and consciousness, which helps us on a body, mind, spirit level. And remember, as healers, as people that are healing ourselves, it's important to do the daily work, increase our intuition. Listen, what does my body need? And that's on a body, mind, spirit level we have to look at, because sometimes we just need play. We need more creativity. We need to live our purpose. This is very important right now. When we live our purpose, our chi aligns, our body is healthier. If we're in the wrong job, if we're denying our healer self, our artist self, our creative self, our wisdom self, if we don't feel right, we don't feel aligned. So that's a big issue right now, that conformism. So I'm just bringing in any other messages from Archangel Raphael. We can also travel together to his realms, his schools of healing, and just bringing in whatever you need today from the wisdom of Archangel Raphael. I want to talk about the Book of Tobit. This is like a Catholic fictional story. It's in the Catholic Bible. I feel like my husband introduced me to it a few years ago. But it's an amazing story. It's almost like a fairy tale about Archangel Raphael. I really suggest you guys read it, listen to it, because it was amazing. It has the other names of archangels in it, and it tells the story of two suffering people. One was possessed and one had, tormented by a demon or a spirit, and the other one had a health problem. And they didn't want to live anymore because they were so much in suffering. But they were holy people, so they just prayed a lot. God, please take me to heaven. Please release my suffering. I don't know what to do. And then miracles started to happen. Archangel Raphael came in human form and brought special healings. They released the spirit who was bothering the person. They brought in healing energies for the person who had a physical ailment, the perfect healing ointment or something. And it's an amazing story about faith, and it's an amazing story about miraculous healing. And I always love to listen to that story. It reminds us of strength during long suffering. Maybe you've prayed for solutions and they aren't coming right away. This is a really important message right now for us, that when that happens, we have to keep chipping away at the problem. Maybe you have a long-standing problem or a lifelong problem that you are working on. It could be beliefs, it could be health, it could be some sort of emotional suffering. And so we have to keep asking, what's my next step today? What's my toolkit? And in my toolkit, it's mind, body, medicine, creativity, and just really strengthening that inner wisdom about what I need in each moment to align myself. And throughout the years, it's kind of bizarre. Sometimes I need to align with certain poles of the earth, certain vortexes. I need to be with the old growth trees. I need to create lots of art and writing. I need to be around certain people. My body intuition has gotten really strong and really loud. So we're going to see what Archangel Raphael wants to bring in energetically. I feel his soothing green light. We've activated the stars for everybody, our stars of healing, our healing chambers. We're tuning you to the green ray. And we're really attuning you to working with Archangel Raphael as a healing guide, and to release the fear or terror that you might have about your own health or aging or anything. I mean, there's so much fear in modern society. We are not empowered when it comes to health, or at least we're not taught to be. And so this is something I've, been working on throughout the years, because as a child that had issues, I started to see at a young age that certain outward sources could never help me. I had to shift my own internal self and realize that I was the universe, I was the creator of everything. And it was really a deep healing for me, because I believe you can be overtreated, whether that's naturally or, with mainstream medicine. And that definitely happened to me. And so I had to start to learn how to heal myself through my mind, through my yoga, through all the things that worked for me, my daily routine, and embracing healing modalities. I had to study energy healing for years, tons of different types of energy healing. So I have a large, well of experience with that stuff, but I have to keep learning. And I think that Archangel Raphael comes through a lot right now for healers to say that it's a new world now. There's a new energy. We have to learn new things, invent new things, channel new things, but most of all, we have to have hope and increase our intuition about health and well-being. So we're going to do a little meditation releasing anything that is troubling you with regards to health, any fears that you have about your health or the health of loved ones, and really bring in that truth that God's goodness is everywhere, health is our birthright, and we can activate that divine blueprint of peace and spiritual union with body, mind, and spirit. We want to rise above these energies of terror around health and well-being that we can get caught up in. So tapping into the wisdom of Archangel Raphael, tapping into his healing green ray, and hoping that you got the messages that you needed today from Archangel Raphael. He is the angel of healers, the healing angel, here to help attune you. He's attuning everyone's hands, chakras, those of you that are hands-on healers. He's saying that's another thing that's very oppressed. If you have natural healing abilities, maybe you don't believe in them, maybe you're ashamed of them, maybe you're afraid to use them openly. That's coming back a lot, these natural healing abilities of humanity, because it hasn't been honored. It hasn't been, celebrated or encouraged, but it's there. So Archangel Raphael's really helping to activate everyone's hand chakras and bring in that new level of consciousness where we can openly do our hands-on healing and trust our healing abilities, that it can be respected in society. He's saying that some of you also just heal with your consciousness. There's so many different types of light workers now and healers coming online, grid healers, energy healers, medical intuition, plant, spirit medicine, animal communication, herbalism, crystal healing, so many different arenas. They're coming back online. The ancient wisdom of the healing schools is coming back online. This is exciting. Atlantis, Lemuria, all of the ancient worlds and their amazing holistic healing modalities, they're coming back online in the collective, and this is a very exciting time. So I want you to take a deep breath and just notice any final messages from Archangel Raphael today as we spend this sacred time together, bringing in the wisdom of Archangel Raphael. I keep seeing a beautiful green mandala, like in my third eye, a mandala, a giant, beautiful healing symbol of Archangel Raphael just coming down into my aura, sharing his consciousness with me, sharing his wisdom, and helping us to break out of the matrix of sickness, of limitation, of suffering when it comes to health, and bring in that light of hope and healing, and calling in the most perfect healing modality for anyone who requires something. And I also recommend creating healing maps. I share some of those in my Facebook group, and a healing map helps us to increase our intuition about healing. What do we need to do physically, mentally, emotionally? Really awakening all of that wisdom. And it's like a checklist of looking at all these things, because when we start to ask ourselves and listen, we have the answers that we need. We have that inner guidance. So thank you guys for listening today. I'm sending lots of Archangel Raphael blessings. Please reach out and say hi. I hope that you are doing good, and visit my website, Angel Fairy Healing, for lots of blogs. And if you'd like to book a session or get a class or anything, I have lots of fun stuff on there. And I'm excited also to support other healers who are stepping into being more and more comfortable with sharing their healing gifts with the world. This is Andrea Debicki, and I'm sending lots of love and prayers to all of you. Happy Saturday.